Imagine the pressure. A potential Hall of Famer is yelling at you, insisting he can keep pitching in a crucial playoff game. The season hangs in the balance. Do you trust your gut, or do you play it safe and pull him? This is the exact scenario Blue Jays manager John Schneider faced with Max Scherzer, and his decision reveals a lot about his evolution as a leader. As Schneider walked those few steps onto the field that Thursday night in Seattle, it wasn't just about this one moment. General Manager Ross Atkins has noted that Schneider has an almost uncanny ability to recall specific plays from years past. Think of it as a baseball Rolodex stored in his brain. He uses this detailed memory to make critical in-game decisions. It's like he has a mental database of every at-bat, every pitching change, every strategic move, allowing him to assess situations with a depth of understanding few possess. During Game 4 of the ALCS, an eventual 8-2 victory for the Blue Jays, Schneider relied on this Rolodex to decide whether to believe Scherzer's insistence that he could continue pitching. He ultimately allowed Scherzer to finish the fifth inning and even sent him back out for more. This decision provided further evidence of Schneider's growth as a manager. He's not just reacting, he's learning and adapting. The more you can learn, the faster you learn. That's the one competitive advantage that will never go away. How you adjust from things you messed up, Schneider said, highlighting the critical role of continuous learning in his managerial approach. Schneider understands that every decision, whether successful or not, is a learning opportunity. These lessons have made him more comfortable and confident in his role, guiding the Blue Jays to within 2 wins of the World Series. His ability to connect with his players in the heat of the moment has been a key factor in their memorable October run. Of course, Schneider's mistakes haven't gone unnoticed. His missteps have been dissected and debated endlessly in the media. That's the reality of being a big league manager, especially when your team has faced postseason disappointments. But here's where it gets controversial. While some might focus on past failures, Schneider is focused on learning from them. He has to show up the next day and make another critical choice, just as he did by sticking with Scherzer. You have to manage people, Schneider explained. You have to manage feelings and emotions. He understands it's not just about X's and O's. It's about understanding the human element in baseball, which is something that analytics can't quantify. When asked about the decisions he's learned from the most, 2 moments stand out: pulling Kevin Gausman in Game 2 of the 2022 Wild Card Series, and prematurely ending Jose Barrios' 2023 playoff start. These decisions, heavily criticized at the time, weren't simply about sticking with starting pitchers. The takeaway was much deeper. You have to manage people, Schneider reiterated. You have to manage feelings and emotions. This management, he emphasizes, happens before the critical decision, not during. It began when the Jays signed Scherzer. Schneider started building a Rolodex of conversations to consult when the vital moment arrived in Game 4. He anticipated the difficult decision of whether to pull Scherzer mid-inning or let him continue. Months before his crucial call in Seattle, Schneider proactively addressed the starting rotation. Understanding that many of his veteran pitchers were raised in a more traditional baseball environment, he explained the team's decision-making process. He discussed the challenges of facing a lineup for the 3rd time and how pitching coach Pete Walker and the coaching staff evaluate when a reliever's first pitch might be more effective than a starter's 96th. He actively solicited the pitcher's input, fostering open communication and mutual understanding. For example, earlier in the season, Schneider sent Bowden Francis back out for inning after inning against the Mariners, despite Francis appearing on paper to be a prime candidate to yank early. Schneider's trust in Francis resulted in a quality start and a 6-3 win. The rotation noticed and appreciated the demonstration of the team's philosophy in action. I was like, see, you can do it. I'm not saying it's impossible, Schneider said. wanted them to remember the things that we're talking about that go into the decision-making. It's these conversations that have the 2025 Blue Jays working cohesively. Veteran players like Chris Bassett and Kevin Gausman feel more aligned with the front office than ever before. Schneider acts as the connective tissue, bridging the gap between players and executives. He manages people, not just statistics. Scherzer's statistics entering the game suggested pulling him after 4 2/3 innings. But Schneider walked to the mound, armed with the knowledge gained from countless conversations and experiences. He trusted Scherzer, and the decision paid off. There was no post-game debate about Schneider's move. It was celebrated. This is the reward when decisions work and teams win. But Schneider understands that it's not just about the outcome. It's about the process, the preparation, and the trust he builds with his players. You make the best decision in real time based on what you're seeing, Schneider said. No matter how it works out, you're good with it. Every offseason, Schneider's wife Jessie asks him the same question. Do you still love it? His unwavering answer is always yes. Then figure it out, Jessie responds. A testament to their partnership and his dedication. Each spring, Schneider eagerly embarks on the demanding baseball season, driven by a desire to improve. He embraces mistakes as learning opportunities. His 23-year baseball journey, from a minor league catcher to a major league manager, has shaped him into the leader he is today. He's leading the same franchise deep into the postseason. Schneider's career is filled with mistakes and defensible decisions that went wrong. But he's learned from them, and on that Thursday night in Seattle, those lessons guided him to trust a screaming pitcher and push his team closer to their ultimate goal. It's fulfilling, as Schneider said, because this game is so hard. So what do you think? Did Schneider make the right call with Scherzer? Is managing emotions just as important as analyzing data in today's game? Share your thoughts in the comments below.